Now, I know you, in the book we talk about you had a mission. Tell me what that mission was.
My mission was to keep this amazing job. This was the greatest job in the world, being head of a record company. And to do that, I had to be successful. And my mission was to not only help Russia develop into a modern music industry and help sell Universal's roster of artists in Russia, such as Eminem and the Black Eyed Peas and Dr. Dre and all these artists. But also I needed to sign and develop and discover new Russian artists and make them international stars, because that's what a real record executive does. My heroes like Clive Davis and David Geffen, I read about them all the time and how they developed artists like Simon and Garfunkel, Bruce Springsteen, Clive Davis, Whitney Houston. Clive Davis is famous for making careers out of artists, international careers, and I wanted to be that same kind of record executive. So my mission was to find a Russian star that I could bring to the world, that I could develop and promote, and with luck, perhaps even bring to America. That was my major goal.
Well, we're going to find out more about that, but first I want to ask you something else. When I tell people about the book, and they say, well, what's it about? And I say, well, David lived in Russia in good times and bad times. So when you arrived, these were the good times. Can you describe why they were good times and what was so good about them?
The good times were golden years. They really were. I was there to help the Russians develop into a real market economy and help their music industry modernize. Their music industry was something inherited from the Soviet Union, where there were no songwriter rights, there was no protection for artists. The Russian mafia controlled the music industry. 90% of the entire Russian record industry was controlled by the Russian mafia. So I had a lot of obstacles facing me, but the fact that I was able to put together a team of really talented Russians, young Russians, and build the #1 record label in the country and promote these artists, not just in Russia, but around the world, those were some really golden years.